Asylum. How to apply? Anyone who intends to apply for asylum in South Africa must declare his or her intention at an official port of entry and provide his or her names and surname, date of birth, nationality, habitual place of residence prior to traveling to South Africa, and biometrics, e.g., photograph, fingerprints, or retinal patterns. The Department of Home Affairs must then issue an asylum transit visa, must then be issued to the asylum seeker. This visa shall be valid for 10 days. Within that period of time, the visa holder must report in person to any Refugee Reception Office or any other place designated by the Director General of Home Affairs. Upon reporting or on a date allocated upon reporting to the Refugee Reception Office, the asylum seeker must submit the prescribed application form, a valid asylum transit visa issued at a port of entry, any valid identification document or a declaration of identity, his or her biometrics, including any dependent. Prior to being permitted to apply for asylum, any person who fails to produce a valid asylum transit visa must show good cause for his or her illegal entry in South Africa. All information contained in the application form and any documentation submitted in support thereof is binding on the applicant and may not be amended. The Refugee Status Determination Officer may require the applicant, who made an assertion in his or her application for asylum, to provide proof or corroboration of the correctness of the assertion. An asylum seeker visa shall be issued to the applicant and contain the conditions upon which he or she may reside in South Africa, work and obtain basic education. Prior to issuing any right to seek employment to an asylum seeker, the Department of Home Affairs must assess the applicant's ability to sustain himself or herself and any dependents. Applications for asylum must be determined after a personal interview before a Refugee Status Determination Officer on a specified date and time. The proceedings of any interview must be recorded. During the interview, the Refugee Status Determination Officer may a. require further information, evidence or clarification from the asylum seeker, and b. require further information, evidence, clarification or corroboration from any other relevant person, body or source. When considering an application for asylum, the Refugee Status Determination Officer must ensure that the asylum seeker fully understands the procedures, his or her rights and responsibilities, and the evidence presented. At the conclusion of the interview, the Refugee Status Determination Officer must either grant asylum or reject the application as manifestly unfounded, abusive or fraudulent, or reject the application as unfounded,